Hello everybody and welcome back to the Schmucklebudge YouTube channel, and today we have something a little bit different. I decided that it's kind of slow in terms of me um, smoking and getting new bud. I really haven't had much to talk about on the channel, but I want to try out some new ideas. So we're going to do a tier list of my 2022, with the year coming to the end, my ways to smoke, or what my favorite ways of consuming THC has been this year. So, as you see here in a second, I've concocted a uh, a tier list of all the ways I've smoked in this year, and I'm gonna rank them from S to F on what I think's the best, what I think is and what I think is not the best way to smoke. Obviously, other YouTubers have done this, and I thought I'd hop on the train because it is a really cool concept, and yeah, it's nice filler content, to be completely honest with you. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alrighty, so we're over here at the tier list. As you can see, I've shittily made this tier list in Kiva, with all the methods I've used to smoke this year on the right side, and then we'll rank them on the left side here soon. Hopefully these images are resized. This was kind of a pain in my ass to make, but yeah, here we are. But anyways, we're gonna start with 510 cards. A lot of people. This is a weed medium that's been pretty popular recently. I would feel like because of its reliability, for the most part, unless your cart breaks on you, and its stealthiness, you're able to hit it anywhere really. It's great for concerts and stuff. However, uh, that's not stealth isn't really a big deal for me. I'd rather a better high than me being stealthy. Also, most 510 carts are distillate. Unfortunately, the tier list would be way too long if I added live resin carts and live rosin carts. So, if we're just going on a normal 510 distillate cart, it's a C tier smoke for me. I do love pens. I mean, fuck, I have one on my desk right now. It's great when you're in places inside where you can't smoke. If you're in a hotel, they're also great as well, even though I have a better alternative, I would suggest, if you're in a hotel and you need to smoke. But when you look at other stuff that I'm able to obtain and most people are able to obtain, um, I don't know. I don't feel like they're that good. Also, the highs for me do not feel that good. It almost feel different than a full spectrum bud high or anything else. Now, if I get a live resin or a live rosin cart, I do feel like that makes the cart more B tier, and a lot better. But just distillate 510 carts, they aren't the best. Also, if you're buying a black market, you don't know what the fuck's in there. So they're also, and if you hit for too long, the metal leaks into the distillate. So there's a lot of reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of carts, even though I do smoke it and I will pick up carts. Um, here now, it's not my daily driver, my everyday smoke. So going on from that, let's pick up another one that we see here, and that is the homemade bong. Now, when I was over at a friend's house, he stoner engineered a bong. I think it was out of an apple juice bottle, which is something I don't recommend to anybody. Um, this is one of those things that you'll do once in your life. It's like smoking out of a Coke can or out of an apple, where you do out of desperation to mimic, a normal pipe. In this case, it was to mimic a water bong, and then never do again. This is. I wish I had an F tier on this tier list. It would be uh, bottom F. There you go. It doesn't even fit into the. You know what? That's good. Let's put it like that. Yeah, don't make a homemade bong. If you do it right, I'm sure it's a lot better than the experience I had, because I almost guarantee you it was off the cuff with no idea. It was kind of just, will this work? And it kind of did. Um, but it was not good and messy. Don't make homemade bongs. Go out and just buy a cheap $40 piece of glass, or what we'll get to next, a pocket bubbler. Now these pocket bubblers are actually really nice. I've never smoked out of one until this year. A friend got a really good deal on glass, and they offered me to hit out of a pocket bubbler. And honest to God, I really, really like pocket bubblers. Now, I'm sure cleaning them, and I've heard cleaning them is a pain in the ass. You would have to submerge it in like a Ziploc bag and then shake it around. So, I'm sure, that really plays into it. But honestly, I really, really like pocket bubblers to the point where I think I'll put them into the A tier. Like they're not bad. It's better than a dry pipe, which I guess I'll get to next, in my opinion. The hits aren't harsh. It's pretty smooth. However, I would say the bad part would be cleaning them out. But the water percolation I've noticed, especially in these swan-looking pocket bubblers, um, have always been really, really nice. So yeah, A tier, honestly. Not too bad. If you have one, see one, pick it up. It's cool to add to your glass collection and gives you some variety. So yeah, with that, let's get on to its relative, I guess, the pocket bubbler. Now, or the pocket bubbler. Now, the dry pipe. The dry pipe is interesting. I've never had a good experience smoking out of dry pipes. And that's probably because I'm more of a glass person and I'm more of a water person. I love water percolation when I hit stuff because, I don't know, it makes the bud taste better in my opinion. And I'm kind of a taste snob when it comes to that. Um, and when I hit out of glass pipes, it hurts, it's hot, and it just fucking it's a hard hit. And I've never had good hits out of a glass pipe. I don't know why I hate glass pipes so much. I just do. They're C tier. I mean, they're good to have. I definitely recommend that you smoke out of a glass pipe than, out of an apple or a fucking Coke can. However, I've never been a fan of dry pipes just because I like my water percolation so much. So I definitely recommend you go if you don't have a lot of money to spend, like you can't spend it on a bong, 100% get a little mini bubbler. You're gonna thank yourself a lot. That just little bit of water percolation is so nice. Probably the only downside with getting a pocket bubbler maybe is the bowl size. I believe on most normal dry glass bowls or dry pipes, it's a little bit bigger so you can pack more in there. But I don't know. I would go with the pocket bubbler over the dry pipe. But that's just my 2 cents. Anywho, what else should we do? Honestly, let's change it up. Liquid THC. Now, being in the Ohio Med program, I have a lot of liquid THC options, like liquid Cokes and Colas and stuff. Taste wise, I've not tasted one that's tasted good. Um, However, effect wise, they're actually really nice. I don't think I've had a bad THC liquid high. It's like an edible high. It just it comes in Cokes and stuff. Liquid edibles. Um, but then the high is nice. It comes quick, and it's probably gonna go to B tier. And you know what? I'll let edibles same thing. Will be B tier as well. I'll explain both of the effects. Probably why I put them in a B tier at the same time. I'm gonna resize that. That is way too big. There we go. But I think grouping these in a B is because edibles for me, they're fun and I like them, but they're not something I would do every day, and that's because I really don't like the intense wavy body, almost psychedelic high that edible weed gives me. It's very odd. And some people love that feeling, but me personally, I don't like it. So that's why I would rate both in B. And liquid THC, like THC drinks, um, it's more fast acting because it metabolizes faster because it's a liquid. Really doesn't give it any of an edge. They're both B tier. Like I'm not gonna deny if someone's like, yeah, you want to take an edible, but another knockoff for these is if you overdose with an edible. Oh my god, not like actually overdose. You guys know what I mean. Like if you overdo it, um, it's not a fun. It's not a fun time. Greening out's not fun, and you can easily do it on edibles. So that knocks it down a few tiers for me. So, now on to Stizzy Pods, which is actually just an analog of the THC card. Now, I'm going to rate this in a B tier. And the reason I say that is because I've noticed, even if it is distillate, brands like Stizzy and here in Ohio, it's Select, also has Select and Luster. Butterfly Effect, which is an Ohio Med brand here in Ohio, has a pod system, and then Select, who's a distillate brand, also has a pod system. Plug Play out west has distillate system. Plug Play has a pod system. Um, I've noticed with these pods that if you actually get them from the source, obviously from a dispensary, brands um, have better quality than a 510 cart, mostly because they want to drive up sales of the battery as well. And having I feel like they have a better brand recognition and they want to get word out that their quality is good. Most pods are a lot nicer in my opinion than cards. I don't know if that's because a lot of the times the batteries will heat up to the recommended level um, of the pod, and because of that, I feel like that makes the smoke a lot better as well. Like Stizzy, you just pull it. It's at whatever Stizzy's voltage is. I don't know it off the top of my head, but because of that, it creates a nice and smooth smoke. And a lot of Stizzy pods are nice. They're they're easily portable. Like most people think this is a jewel if you go somewhere where it's illegal. They're not gonna know it's necessarily a weed pen. I feel like most batteries now are 510 cards is a marijuana product. These don't really look like marijuana products. I mean, it could easily look like a nicotine product. So there's a lot of reasons why I think pods are better than cards and they're in a B tier. Still wouldn't be my go-to and not my recommended, um, especially with the other options on my list. But it's a B, I would say. Um, and yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it being at a B. But anyways, let's get on to the next one. Let's just go with the old reliable, a joint. Joint's an S tier. Fight me on it. Uh, I dare you, but it's an S tier. There's something. It's shareable. With COVID now, you got to be a little bit, you know, I guess cautious with current events that happen. But it's shareable. The act of rolling is fun. I fucking love rolling, even if I'm ass at it. The taste is great. I love the way paper and bud taste together. Um, and yeah, I love joints. I love joints so much. I love paper so much. To the point where it's an S tier for me. It's the classic. You cannot go wrong with a joint. It's probably the best way to smoke. It's left me with the best highs. I fucking feel buzzy. I love it. Now we'll go on to its cousin, the blunt. I enjoy a blunt every once in a while. I've never been a big fan of tobacco or nicotine ever. However, I do understand why people smoke blunts all the time. That nicotine THC buzz that you get is phenomenal. It is really nice. They really do play into each other. However, it is tobacco. And I want to avoid smoking tobacco products because I don't enjoy nicotine on its own that much. So just because of that, it'll go into the C tier. Now, if there's a special occasion, it's not like I won't smoke a blunt, but I mean, they're so dirty, man. Maybe if it was a hemp wrap, maybe it would go to a B, maybe, but at that point, you're just making the bud taste worse for no reason. If you're using a hemp wrap, just fucking use hemp fucking papers and smoke a joint. So for me, blunts definitely go into C tier. It's just, I don't know, I feel dirty after smoking them most of the time, even if it's supposed to be for a good occasion. So yeah, C tier, I think. But obviously, I would never pass it up if it was offered to me. I'm not that. I wouldn't be that snobby about it, but it's not my first choice for sure. So, with that being said, let's go on to one of the fancier devices, I guess, and that will be the Rips Rogue, which is I actually have a review on it. It's a dry herb vape. Um, Now, this could get controversial as well. I think that dryer vaping is an S tier. And I know a lot of people are probably not going to agree with that. A lot of people still don't even know what fucking dryer vape is. The reason I put dryer vaping in an S tier is because I'm not smoking carcinogens, which is cool, I guess. You're not inhaling smoke. But the fucking taste, the terpene taste of bud when it's dryer vaped opposed to combusted, even through a joint, even though I love the way joints taste, and that's why it's on an S tier as well. There's nothing matching the taste of um of just a dryer vape. I fucking love it. It doesn't matter if it's dry, if it's through a bong, which we'll get to here in a second. Fucking dry herb hits through bongs. I don't know what I love about it, but I love it. But yeah, this little fucking machine has earned its way to S tier for me. I love vaping herb. I just it's healthier for me. It tastes better. I can control the temperatures, control the terpene boiling point or terpene cannabinoid boiling points. There's a lot of pluses for it, and that's why it's in the S tier for me. And I do understand why some people would put it in A or B. Even B, I know some people don't get a good high off of it, but I've always gotten a very good high that's comparable to a joint high with it. I don't think there's ever been a time I've ever ripped my Rogue and haven't really been satisfied with it. So, as we just talked about it, let's get to the bong. So, this is really hard for me because it's in between an A and an S. I don't hit bongs as much as I feel like I want to, but I enjoy it so much, but I'm not using them every day. So, for right now, at least for this year, they'll go in an A to maybe. They're definitely better than bubblers, though, actually. So, let me move the bubbler out of the way. Um, definitely better than a bubbler. So I would rank it before that. Um, I guess these would, well, actually, everything here is in order, I would say. Um, yeah, I would definitely put a bong in a A to a high S. Um, the only, and this is more of a personal problem, is sometimes because I'm a little pussy and I have a small tolerance, sometimes I can get way fucking too faded with a bong. If I'm not careful, and I'm not one to be. I don't like the fucking mind-numbing high that a lot of people strive for. I like a nice relaxed high, and sometimes bongs can push me to that point. So that's the only reason it's on A. It's probably going to be an S sooner or later, but it's high A, low S tier probably. Anywho, on to the Puffco. Easy S. This thing is phenomenal. I'll also just add like actual dab rigs too, I guess, to the Puffco. Even though I don't own one, that's why it didn't go on here. Um, the Puffco is fucking amazing. If you haven't bought a Puffco, go buy a Puffco. Um, or watch my review and then make your or my review. Watch my analysis, I guess, of it or my thoughts on it, and then make up your own mind. But it's so easy to do a dab now in the year 2022. And the Puffco makes it so easy. It's a press of a button. It's great. Best way to smoke concentrates, in my opinion, is a Puffco. Dabs are great too if you want something different. It's a nice variety from herb. Yeah, Puffco's an S tier, and I'll fight anybody on that, really. And then finally we have the homemade gravity bong. So I feel like everybody should hit a gravity bong once in their life. It's an experience, especially if you home make it, which is the second homemade bong on this fucking list. However, with that being said, would I do it every day? No. It does go. The gravity bong we made was better than the homemade just bottle bong. However, I just opened my folders by accident. That's cool. However, it's still not to the level. So I'm gonna put it in a C. It's not something I do all the time. It was a cool novelty when I did it once, and I think I'm okay with that. So we're putting the gravity bong at a C, and it'll probably stay there. So yeah, this is my 2022 ways to consume THC tier list. Do you agree with it? Do you hate it? Do you think I'm fucking out of my mind? Let me know down below. But yeah, I think so far this is actually a pretty solid list. Honestly, I don't have many issues with this list. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. No, this was a lot different of a video, very one takey, but trying out new ideas. And yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much on your love in the last Puffco video. That shit blew up and it didn't get age restricted, surprisingly. So it got into people's recommended, which was sweet. So thanks for all the love on that. I remember to hit the subscribe button. I already said that, but I'm repeating myself again because I'm dumb. Remember to hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. Only like fucking 1%, I think, of the people that watch me are subscribed, so it helps me out a ton, gets me into people's recommended. The more you interact with the video. So yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. So as a little bonus, if you made it to the end of the video, I forgot I smoked out of a silicone pipe this year. If you smoke out of a silicone pipe, please just fucking buy a glass piece for like $5, please. That was worse than the homemade bong. Don't smoke out of a silicone piece. After one hit, you're fucked. It's never gonna taste the same. It's gonna taste like smoke. I don't know why I just ran it on silicone pipes at the end of the video, but yeah, don't smoke out of silicone. That goes for bongs too. Just don't do it. Just buy glass. Anyways, fucking have a nice night.